funguys and fungals. Welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance. Last time we unlocked Samson, so let's do a run as him. Just on normal, because why not? I'm trying to keep these Isaac videos somewhat consistent, because it's not always, it's not a game I play in my own time anymore, so I don't really want to get rusty. And even though it's not a game that you really forget how to play easily, it is kind of easy to get a bit rusty and just less familiar with the attack patterns and all that stuff. Although I think at this point for me it's just muscle memory for the most part. As you may have seen, I intend to do a live stream or a few live streams somewhere or sometime in March, because my wife is going to Poland for a few days for a photography / marketing workshop. She is Polish. I don't know if I ever made that clear. So yeah, it's not a huge. I didn't see there was a stone chest. It's not a huge deal to go to Poland, but she will be flying. Normally when we go to Poland, we go by car, because it's, well, somewhere between 11 and 13 hours, including a few stops. There are two reasons, I guess, why she's taking the plane. I don't know if one is necessarily more important than the other, but she, and by extension we, no longer have a company car for her, because she quit her job, and today was actually her very last working day at that company. She's quitting because she's going full-time with her photography. She has been doing it she has been doing photography as a side job for, I forget how long exactly, but over a year for sure, maybe a year and a half by now. It's tempting to take dark matter as well, but I am not going to. Yeah, she's been doing it as a side job for a while now. And in recent months, she has been deciding to take it to a full-time job. That is to quit her day job and only do photography. But like like I said, she had a company car and company fuel. And now we don't anymore. And there is also no company fuel anymore, of course. I'm not sure if I'm technically supposed to say this, but we did, well, part of the trips to Poland were paid with company fuel, which isn't necessarily the most responsible thing to do, but yeah, fuel is very expensive lately. So that's reason number one, is just the slightly less convenient transport by car. And also, I don't think she would want to take the trip to Poland by herself. She has done it a number of times before we met, and I think once or twice after we met. But it's a long drive. She will be out of town, out of country, abroad, as they say, for 3 nights and 4 days. And like I said in that community post, where I also did a poll, I thought that would be a good time to try streaming, because I would have a lot of time by myself and no distractions or whatever. I guess it doesn't really matter if I do it then or while she's at home, because I mean, I am recording at home now and she's upstairs sleeping, so there's no real reason why I can't stream when she's at home. It's just, I don't know, it seemed like a good opportunity. And I haven't checked the results anymore today, because I did earlier today, and it was a tie for Session Riders Republic and Isaac. So I think it makes the most sense to split it into 2 streams. I have nothing in the way of a plan yet. As in how long I will be streaming for and what time and like all the practical details. But I reckon it will be about 2 to 3 hours, maybe. Ouch. If you've been around long enough, you might remember that I used to stream on Twitch on a different account. I mean, nothing related to the Odd Mush account. My channel was called a Fudge Cake Stream, which is a terrible name. I think it was just one of those, or I think it was just those times when it made sense to have a stream in your channel name in case case anyone wasn't sure you were streaming. Okay, good. Now I can go back for the jump. Oh, and a cat wants to come in. Okay, one cat in, and I sincerely hope the other one won't soon decide to also go out. Because that's usually how it goes. Limonka tends to go out first, and then within 2 minutes, Rucola also wants to go out. And shortly after, Limonka wants to come in again because there is not much space outside, and I guess Limonka doesn't like that Rucola follows her outside. They tolerate each other, but they don't like each other necessarily. Oh, what? Yeah. Oh, come on. How can I mess up so badly? I would like a key. That's not a key. It's actually worth it. Yeah, setup-wise, there are a few things I still have to work out for the stream. That is, I assumed I would have to get some kind of stream key, because I will be streaming directly from the PS5, which I have done on Twitch, but I haven't done on YouTube. In fact, I've never streamed on YouTube before. And I wanted to try it out earlier, just to see that it would work by the time I actually wanted to stream. But it kept saying that I had to verify my account, which I did, and then it said my account was already verified, but I still couldn't, I wouldn't have been able to start the stream yet.
Range down.
But I read some tips on Reddit that maybe I have to try to start a stream on a computer. Ouch. And then it would also work on the PlayStation. So that's something to try tomorrow. And audio-wise, it will most likely be easiest to not use my good microphones, because I have no way to connect them to the PlayStation, as far as I know. So I think I will just be using my old gaming headset that I haven't used in years. It used to work fine on PS4 back in the day. I hope that will still work, but it should. So, let's be optimistic and assume that it will work just fine without any troubleshooting needed. I wonder if you can jump through the spike doors. I guess not, but well, there was a terrible attempt. I'm a bit slower than I would like, stat-wise. Lock up speed, no, lock down speed up. That's actually not too bad. Moon cards, which I don't need. I also don't really need the double active card, so I'll just stick with the moon. I finished The Witcher 3 today, the main game. And I did the first few quests of Blood and Wine. On the one hand, it feels like it took a while for me to complete the main game and Hearts of Stone, but I think it actually didn't take that long. Maybe a month or two. It's very possible I'm grossly underestimating how long it took me. Come on, no. I should be able to jump to the middle. Yeah, I'm very excited to be back in Blood and Wine because it's the one part of The Witcher 3 that I never finished. I finished the main game before and Hearts of Stone as well, but never Blood and Wine. I'm not sure why, to be honest. Definitely because it's not a good DLC, because it is. But I suppose I just got distracted by other games and probably also by life. Oh, no, no, no. I feel like I'm easily flustered today. Not at the top of my game. On a non-game related note, but also on a content related note. I hate the word content. I don't know why I even used it. I'm very much inspired again to make music, but ironically not with any of the equipment that I already have. Or I should say, yeah, I guess I have mentioned before that I form coherent sentences. But yeah, I have a modest collection of guitars and basses, and, well, maybe a slightly less modest collection of pedals. Not that I have very many, but I have a bad habit to assume that expensive things must be better than cheap things when it comes to pedals. That's not some kind of weird flex, but yeah, I have quite a bit of guitar and bass gear, which is not surprising considering that I consider myself primarily a guitarist and a bass player. But I think I mentioned before that not too long ago I bought a fairly cheap MIDI keyboard to program drums, because I didn't have an easy way to do that. What is going on? How can I get hit by all three of them? Is it because my speed stat is kind of low, or am I just really that bad today? Yeah, anyway, I bought that keyboard mainly for drums. If you're really unfamiliar and you have no idea what I'm talking about, a MIDI keyboard is, well, it can be used as a keyboard, like a piano or a synth, whatever. But its main purpose is just to send an impulse to a computer and use that to trigger virtual instruments like synths or pianos or, keyed instruments. But you can trigger pretty much anything with it as long as it's set up to be triggered that way. And in the last week or so, I have very much gone down the rabbit hole of getting all kinds of virtual instruments and effect plugins to make music that way, which is not something I've messed with very much at all until now. Oh. I like how holy water is also affected by the telekinesis. I will get back to my train of thought in a minute. Yeah. So yeah, rabbit hole of plugins. And there's so much you can find for free in terms of, well, plugins. I'm tempted to take Spirit of the Night, but I don't know if I should. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep losing instruments and effects and samples and stuff like that. And most of it is also very good, which is not always the case with anything, really. It's like I have to be careful not to fall into the trap of always looking for new things to make music with at the expense of actually using it to make music. We're still at base damage, by the way. That's not great. I read somewhere on that topic that, you look for new things, new plugins in this case, and that has the same effect in terms of dopamine release. Because it's fun to find all these new things and new sounds and like new ways to get inspired, I suppose. And well, basically it's an easier way to make yourself happy than it is to try and make music, which is, well, it doesn't have to be more difficult, but most times it is not that easy. So yeah, I've been downloading a lot of stuff. Ouch. And I can tell that I will have to actively make myself stop looking for things to download and actively start using them. Because, several of the things that I find and that I get excited by are basically the same thing. Because it's like kind of not crappy, but yeah, I'm getting really into lo-fi stuff. Like the lo-fi kind of sound. And there's a lot of plugins specifically designed to get that kind of sound. Like lo-fi pianos and all kinds of weird vintage / toy keyboards and synths that people sampled and made plugins of. That's, I don't know. It's hard to explain why I'm so attracted to that sound, but I am. And especially because I would like to make more, I hesitate to call them proper songs, but like loops and just simple backing tracks or background tracks for my videos, like specifically Isaac, and also like Session and Riders Republic, like the extreme sports kind of games. games, they tend to have some mellow beats type of music in them, because it fits the vibe of the game very well. But you know, it's tricky to use the game or the in-game music in my videos because of copyright issues. Even if my videos aren't monetized. I just think it would be cool to have my own music in my videos. And in the longer run, also on, you know, music streaming platforms, Spotify and the like. It feels a bit weird to, I've spent so much of my life on guitar. Ow, what? What happened? Was there a spider? I guess. I spent so much time of my life on guitar and bass, and now that I'm very inspired and motivated to try and make music with instruments that have almost nothing to do with guitar or bass. I have to be a bit careful health-wise. I might actually die. I'm gonna finish my immediate train of thought before I die and have to end the video or the run, but yeah, it's a part of me feels like I have all this experience and knowledge on guitar and bass. Not that much, but quite a bit, and it's also what I studied. And now I'm not really using any of it. Anything specifically related to those instruments. Of course, music in general is music, and it doesn't matter what you play it on. But then again, it shouldn't matter that I'm not using it as long as I'm making music, I suppose. It's kind of ironic because one of the plugins I have is of a crappy acoustic guitar. And yeah, I don't have a crappy acoustic guitar. Like the plugin is specifically of a plastic guitar, and it has kind of a cool sound, again for the lo-fi stuff. But yeah, it's a bit ironic that I have a nice acoustic and I'm not using that to make or to play guitar. I don't know, it's a bit backwards. If I can find just 2 hearts, that would be enough to make me feel a bit more or a lot more think this run is just a bit cursed, really.
Emergency. Down.
Is it emergency contact? I've been playing this game, or, the previous renditions of it, since 2015, I think, so almost, well, yeah, let's say 9 years. And I've always thought it said emergency contract. I guess contact makes a lot more sense. Oh, come on, just a bit of health, please. Is this, yeah, Utero 2 already? But I have zero hope that I will survive the heart.
Pretty flat.
If that was a full health pill, I would have been so happy. But it wasn't. There's a chance the super secret room will have something. If I can find it. Nope. And a stupid key. I can bomb into the curse room. Wait, is it the curse room or the challenge room? I should know, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's not gonna help much. I blame two things. First of all, the lack of any damage up. With base damage, I get impatient because it takes too long to, everything just takes too long. And our speed also wasn't great. But yeah, that's going to be it, sadly, for this video. A bit premature. As always, thank you very much for watching and for listening. I apologize for the rambling that had nothing to do with the game, but I hope you agree that sometimes it's nice to talk about other stuff than just the game. It's something I'm really interested in right now, and it takes up most of my time, is just finding cool sounds or virtual things to make cool sounds with. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Have a good night. Bye bye.